Shalom, brothers and sisters. So there's a wicked thing going around now again, and Amir Safati has touched on this already and given his opinion. I agree with him. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., not a fan, before I carry on. COVID-19 was ethnically targeted to avoid Ashkenazi Jews. Democratic presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. claims that the COVID-19 virus was ethnically targeted to attack certain races while avoiding others, including the Jews. COVID-19, there is an argument it is ethnically targeted. It attacks races disproportionately, Kennedy said at the event on Thursday in New York City. COVID-19 is targeted to attack Caucasians and black people. The people who are most immune are Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese people. We don't know whether it was deliberately targeted or not, but there are papers out there that show the racial or ethnic differential and impact, he went on. Now, what does this kind of statement do immediately? Is it creates an impression that the Chinese and the Jews were working together to do this to the world. They are behind all of this. They should be punished. They should be dealt with. It's an anti-Semitism drive like we're seeing everywhere else, anti-Jew. And I'm not saying there aren't bad Chinese or bad Jews. I'm just saying this is a pathetic statement for him to make. And yes, can they ethnically target people? They've been working on that for decades, to target specific ethnic groups for elimination with certain viruses. They probably have that ready to go. There's a lot of proof that they do. But that COVID-19 avoided the Jews? Researchers in 2020 already investigated if the Jewish factor caused a higher COVID death rate. How's that for an opposite situation to what he's claiming? Researchers in the United Kingdom are investigating a possible Jewish factor that could explain why Jews were disproportionately likely to die of coronavirus. This is by the Jewish Chronicle that reported it. A study of Britain's Office of National Statistics found that Jewish males were more than twice as likely to die from COVID-19 than Christian males. The heightened mortality rate remained constant even when controlling for age, income, or pre-infection health. The study found also that the mortality rate for Jewish women was 1.2 times more than Christian women. Muslims also had a higher general mortality rate than Christians, but unlike with Jews, the Muslim mortality distinction disappeared when controlling for poverty or prior health history. More than 500 Jews died from COVID-19 in 2020's beginning period, according to the Board of Deputies of British Jews. That's 1.2% of total coronavirus deaths in that country, despite Jews only being 0.4% of the British population. But now he's saying it's skipping some Jews. Do you see what I mean? If you dig immediately and you start looking, you can find faults with arguments. And I'm not saying that the elite and the evil people in the background can't do things like this. By all means they can, and they probably are. No shock. I'm saying that now, from a man in a power situation like this, on a democratic side, making statements anti-Israel, anti-Jew, is right in line with what's happening right now in the world, anti-Israel, anti-Jew. Don't buy into it. Don't bite. This is rubbish. The field of coronavirus and the pandemic and everything is filled, sown deep, levels and levels deep with lies and misinformation and people that need to answer for crimes against humanity. Layers and layers and layers, and unfortunately we'll only see this when they have to stand before God. So that's my take on Robert F. Kennedy Jr. God bless. Keep looking up. Shalom.